Hey guys, I am Topic.
Hey, this is ATB, and you're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Congratulations with this new reimagination of ATB's classic 90s hit. Before we really dive right into it, Topic, I'm curious, like, what was it about this particular song that made you want to test the waters and kind of make this reimagination for the track?
Actually, ATB came up with the idea, but like it was a great process. It's such a dance classic, and I probably I know this song since I know music because I was 6 when it came out, and I felt very honored first to be the first one to make a remake of that one, or not a remake, like a new version, and to sample the guitar melody. And yeah, I mean, the whole process, it was just a lot of fun, and it was also a quick process. Like sometimes you sit down for ages to work on a song, and you make many versions, but it was a very intuitive process till we came to the final result.
ATB, as far as you wanting to make this happen, like, what was it about Topic that really convinced you to make this new imagination of the song? And what was that when you guys first came together to kind of talk about it? What was that vibe and chemistry like?
Yeah, first to know about the history of the song, it's a critical thing, to just do a new version of it, And after 23 years, I thought, I think it's time for bringing this melody, because I think this melody is still magic. It's kind of, it's not dying, and it's in your head. And other songs, you listen to them 20 times and then they are getting tired. And this melody, I don't know what it is. It's not dying. So I thought I have to bring this melody to the new generation. And so I had a long process to bring it. Will I do it? And if I want to do it, I don't want to just do a cover version or a remix. I actually want to work with somebody together, because I did a lot of versions for myself, club versions, to play it at the festivals or in the clubs. And so it's hard to work on it alone. I needed somebody who bring new inspirations for me. And so I was thinking about who would be the right person. And last year I listened to a lot of stuff, and then I suddenly discovered Topic things, and productions, and listen to his stuff made me convinced that he's the right guy. I suddenly I heard his stuff, and I had creations in my head, and I really wanted to work with him directly. And so I thought about how to get in contact with him. And the coincidence was that a videographer who just videographed a show for me in the planetarium, I had in my mind that he was talking about a couple of weeks before that he know Topic from earlier times. And so we called him, and he gave me his telephone number. And so I called Topic and told him about the idea, and he was directly like, "That's an amazing idea. Let's do it." And 2 days later, we were sitting in the studio together. And to be honest, it was a great production process, because we just worked, we just did it. We never talked about how have it to sound, or is it more trancy or more housey, whatever. We didn't talk, we just did it, and we had the same vision for the track. And so the result was really fast. And by adding the voice of A7S, what was my wish as well, because this voice is perfect for the song, makes the song coming out of an normal trancy instrumental club track now into a full track. It's a song, and that was my goal. And yeah, the result is great now, and the reactions worldwide are amazing. It's crazy.
And the fact that now you guys, you went into the studio to recreate the song, did you, since you did previous versions, as you mentioned before, you did previous versions in the past, did you use those original stems, or did you find yourself getting together and starting from scratch all over again to see that new reimagination happen from the beginning of the song?
I think the only original thing we took was the guitar, and we recorded it from the original. It wasn't a sample, so we recorded it again, because I wanted to have the original instrument. So, and the rest, Toby, I think we did it from the scratch. So
Yeah.
because we wanted to write a new song around it.
So how are you able to write this new song and still be able to keep its true core value of the original version?
I think what really was most important, it's also what Andre said, like in the very first time we met in the studio, that we keep the original sound also of the guitar. And I think it's, like, to be honest, I think if I would do it alone, would have done it alone, I wouldn't have done it like with the original one. And I think that because I would have thought like, let's find something new and blah blah. And I think that's was very very smart to like keep the original and just make it like the whole package of it, like all the other parts, make it 2021, but keep this part like exactly how it was in 1998. And I think that's the great fusion.
During the studio process of this, how do each of you feel like you helped each other be a better artist? Both, Andre, you learning about the newer style of music today, and then Topic, you learning from Andre about the original styles of this era. So how do you feel you helped each other out to kind of become better artists, better musicians?
I think we're okay. Sorry.
Go on.
A few days ago, I found the very first like rough instrumental that I made, and it was interesting because I've done so many complicated and different stuff to it. And then Andre said, "Man, just keep it simple and be you." And then I remembered it that I don't know why, but I just tried to overcomplicate stuff, and sometimes, or not sometimes, most of the times, just keeping it simple is always the best.
When it comes to the good thing is when you work with somebody in a studio, when you work together, it's always take and give. If you are open to get inspired or give inspirations, then really new good things happen. That's a good thing. And even if you are experienced for a long time like me, you always can learn something new. That's a good thing, and especially when it comes to music, and so it's good to see how I had so many different studio processes. I'm working today like with a laptop as well, and in earlier times I had a big console and all these things, from the big studios. So the studios changed so much, but I think it's important to take this process to get into the new world of music, because the creation process is so different these days. But to know about the foundations about music making and producing, it's very important as well. So I think both worlds are important when it comes to making music.
Lately, this has been a pretty important conversation with a lot of like new music, is that over the years, BPM changes a lot. What the BPM that is either on the radio or what people are really like listening to continues to change all the time. So did you find yourself having to deal with that, or did you even consider the BPM at all when you guys were making or recreating the song?
Oh, well, I don't remember when we set the BPM actually. I mean, it's slower than the original.
Yeah.
But oh,
I think I did it a little, I think we had it a little slower in the beginning of the process. And then I had it, we put it forth and back. And when I had it on my computer and did some things, I pushed it 1 or 2 BPM faster. I remember that. So
yeah.
because, it was a little bit more, speedful. The thing is, you know, the speeds in music, or especially in electronic music, always changing. You know, we had it really fast in the beginning and very slow, and that's a good thing about the music, electronic music. It evolves. You know, it's always having little changes, and so it's never getting tired. That's a good thing.
Now, bringing A7S on this for his vocals, you know, how did the dynamics change in the studio when he stepped in to add his part of the song?
Actually, he wasn't in the studio because he's from Sweden and we are from Germany, and he couldn't come, unfortunately. But we called him, or we took him in the studio via Zoom, and yeah, I mean, we had him just on the screen, but it still worked great. Like he had the instrumental, then he started freestyling some melodies, then he shot us the melodies over, and then we all together picked what are the best parts. And it was also, like, as we already say, like it was so, everything was so intuitive, and always like the first stuff everyone did was what everyone else liked, and that was the same with his melodies. Like they was so fast that we had the whole structure. And then I remember he started writing lyrics and was shooting us over his ideas. And yeah, and then the next thing was that he recorded it in Sweden, and then he sent us the vocals, the dry vocal stems, and then the track was pretty much done.
Did you guys find yourself having any challenges during this process? Whether like trying to find the right tone, the right vocals, the right lyrics? Like, did you find any of that while you guys were recording it?
Actually not. Actually, it was such a smooth working process. We never had any issues. It never had been that anybody did something and the other was like, no, that's not the right way. We just did it. It's crazy. I can't explain. I think Toby know what I mean. It's like we just put the beat, the bass, and all these things. And I remember the first arrangement we did. We leave it till the end. It was directly there, and it was. But maybe that's the magic of this song. Why, you know, till today we don't have any. It's creepy. Don't have any negative statements on the track. That's crazy. So, but maybe people feel that it's, you know, the whole working process on the song was really easy, laid back, and we had such fun, and we never had any issues while the working process. It's crazy.
Andre, did you find yourself, once you listened to this new version, did you find yourself thinking back about the old one? And did the initial idea of the old one, did your mindset change on when you first created it and why you first created
it? Actually not. It's kind of, sometimes I'm so I'm wondering why this melody is taking my whole life, you know. It's kind of, now it's 23 years or 24 years this melody is on my side, and I'm never getting tired of the melody. That's strange, because I played it at any gig I played, you know, for 24 years now. At any gig I listen to it so often, and so, but I'm not getting tired of this melody, and I don't know what it is. So it's kind of my brother, or I don't know. It's hard to describe. So I'm just happy to, you know, that it's now, it feels like this melody maybe is even more have more success than in the past with the new version, and that makes me kind of proud and happy. That's, of course, it's crazy.
I mean, it's not easy to make timeless music, and I feel like that's what you
once created. Again, the whole world is talking about this melody, and that's so crazy, you know.
But I'm rid of it. I mean, I'm sure at the same time, this melody was a big reason for a lot of these electronic artists to want to pursue this genre in music. I mean, that must be an amazing feeling to know that, you know, that original track is still very much alive in 2021.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes, you know, I feel like I hate it. Everybody's just talking. You know, I did 10 studio albums, and everybody is just talking about this melody. You know, but you know, I have a lot of tracks in several countries. You know, sometimes ATB like. Ecstasy is way more, people love this track or that track, you know, but 9 p.m. was always kind of my signature. And so sometimes I feel like, oh no, not again, but now I'm really proud that it's still there.
So now that this track is out, the video is also out as well.
Yeah.
Can fans maybe expect more collaborations between the two of you? Because I feel like you guys just created a really solid team just from this experience alone.
Yeah, maybe. We haven't. We don't have any specific plan yet, but we live very close to each other. Actually, it's like 20-25 minute drive by car, and yeah, like we probably gonna be in the studio soon. And then we will see what happens. It's I always like to not plan stuff, especially when it's creative stuff. Like you can't really like plan. Okay, let's go to the studio and make another hit. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, but I think I have the feeling, I don't know if it's for ATB or something else, you know, but I wish that we do more stuff in the studio together, but because I loved the whole process, you know, and the working process, it's great. And Toby is very talented, and I'm pretty sure with all his other projects he's doing and with Topic as well, he will have a lot of success in the future as well.
That's amazing, guys. Well, well, congratulations with this new collaboration, and congratulations with your ongoing success, and definitely look forward to talking to you guys again soon.